So like I was saying, in our steps it says to find the appropriate scale. So I'm looking here and I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to choose? I chose 2 people per symbol as my scale on the last. Okay, but now I need to come up with something different. So I'm thinking that a number like 6 probably wouldn't work. A number like 8 would probably be really difficult because that doesn't work well with the number 14. It works with 16 but not 14. So I'm thinking that I'm going to try 4. And it's okay to do a guess and check here, okay? So let's look. If I have dogs and my dogs have 16 votes, that's 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay? So that came out even. But let's see what I have to do about cats. So I'm going to do the same thing. 4, 8, 12. But oh no, I need to stop and think for a moment, because if I add another full dot, circle filled in on here, that's going to end up being 16. Okay? So I need to think. Well, if I know that the number 4 can be broken into 2 and 2, right, halves, and I know that 12 plus 2 is equal to 14, then I can draw half of my filled-in circle, my solid circle. Okay? 4, 8, 12, 13, 14. Because I know that if I had a full circle that added 2 more on, that would be equal to 16. 4, 8, 12, 16 votes. 4, 8, 12, and I know that half of my circle represents half of 4, which is 2. So that's 14 votes. Okay? How many total students were surveyed in this? Well, we need to add together our 16 plus our 14. 16 plus 14. We know here that we're going to need to do regrouping because 6 plus 4 is equal to 10. So I need to regroup my 110 with 0 ones left over, and my 3 10s is equal to 30. So I have 30 kids surveyed. How many more students prefer dogs over cats? Well, how many more? You know that you are subtracting to find the difference. So the difference between 16 and 14. Okay, so there's 2 more kids that prefer dogs over cats. And then my last problem, that's the one that I really want to focus on. Why did you choose your new scale? How did it change your graph? Okay, I chose this because I knew that 4 evenly went into 16, and that I could draw 1/2 of my solid circle to represent 2 people instead of 4. Okay, and how did it change your graph? Well, if I look at the graph from my previous page, I had much more solid circles here because my scale of 2 people is less than my scale of 4 people. So if I'm counting by 4s, I'm going to have less circles to get to my total than if I'm counting by 2s. So the smaller the scale is, the larger that your picture graph, the more it's going to have, of course, depending on your data, okay? The larger your scale is, the less it's going to have, the less symbols or pictures you will have in your pictograph, okay? So if you have any questions, you can go back and refer to this video. Feel free to email me, try and Google Hangout with me, or write down your questions so that you can ask me when we have our Hoover Hangout coming up this week. All right? Have fun with math, take your time, and really think about that scaled score.